truth will prevail, lies will fail, even if it comes in the form of a Swedish girl named Greta Thunberg. And those pro-Hamas activists, they got to get a dose of reality. That's what's got to happen. Dose of reality. And our heroes, Israeli Navy, intercepted the boat and their selfie ship, let's call it, Madeleine they call it. A bunch of pro-Hamas confused people towed the boat to Ashdod, brought them to Israel and said, guys, you're going to be deported. You're going to be deported after Israel. Your media stunt has failed. And unlike, I'm glad that we did this with Shaetet in a proper way. I remember there was a flotilla boat years ago, and a big debacle happened then. We weren't following our own protocols. We were trying to just be nice. No, there's no nonsense. This is a war zone. Reality check. You're getting arrested. You're getting deported. And so there was no resistance, and they were towed to the Ashdod port. All passengers are unharmed. They're eating sandwiches, enjoying their short visit in Israel.
The maritime zone of the coast of Gaza is closed to naval traffic as part of a legal naval blockade. If you wish to deliver humanitarian aid to the Gaza Strip, you are able to do so through the port of Ashdod via the established channels and distribution centers.
They've made themselves enemies of Israel by being pro-terror. They probably won't ever come back here, so enjoy that little short-lived trip to Israel. Why don't people stand with what's right? They're just publicity seekers. They're provocators. Noting that there was hardly any food, like less than what could fit in one truck, on board. And they ate most of it on the way, they said. And so you have 1,200 trucks that go in all the time. And the last 2 weeks alone, 1,200 trucks. Nearly 11 million meals have been distributed by the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. So one more thing that our defense minister, Israel Katz, did to these virtue signaling selfie boat pro-Hamas activists, he said, show them the October 7th unedited video. Show them the video and show them what the people that they support, the terrorists, Hamas, that they support, the actions, the atrocities that they did, just chopping people's heads off, throwing, I don't want to talk about it. And there are ways to deliver aid to Gaza that don't involve a selfie boat, that involve Instagram selfies and proper channels. There are official humanitarian channels. So the show's over. In other news, Israeli forces uncovered and destroyed a bomb-making lab in Tulkarm filled with gas canisters and explosives. We're cracking down on Judea and Samaria terror. Before this is done, we're going to have a real shutdown of all their operations. And over 35 terrorist suspects were arrested across Judea and Samaria with weapons and tens and thousands of funds. Terrorist funds were seized. Listen to the IDF spokesman here as he talks about how we've been able to make real advances here.
I mentioned that I'm right beneath the European hospital. Right above me, we can find the emergency room of the European hospital in Khan Yunis. As you can see, we found here a lot of, in this infrastructure, a lot of funds, a lot of money, cash used by Hamas. Of course, not for the people, but for terror activities, weapons, and of course, the command and control of Hamas, including the heads of Hamas, Mohammed Sinwar and Shabane, the head of the Rafah Brigade.
Iran has rejected the latest United States proposal for them to disarm, to stop pursuing a nuclear weapon enrichment of uranium. They said, no, they said it's unacceptable. They said, who's the United States? Who's the free world to tell them anything? Essentially, they said it's baseless, it's delusional for them to stop enriching uranium. They think it's delusional. We think it's delusional for them to be allowed to continue to enrich uranium. And they said they have a reasonable and balanced counterproposal that will be sent. Come on. I mean, they must be taking they must think the whole Western world are fools. The book of Habakkuk, chapter 3, verse 13 says, you came out to deliver your people, to save your anointed one. You crushed the leader of the land of the wickedness, and you stripped him from head to toe. God is rescuing his people in this time. Sometimes when you're in the midst of war, you get hungry and you want a little bit of pick-me-up. This is really delicious. Everybody who sent these, thank you so much. The warriors on the front love them. We are sustained through the word of God, but we're sustained also through your love and through these blessings. 100% beef. Thank you so much.
won't be enriching. If they enrich, then we're going to have to do it the other way, and I don't really want to do it the other way, but we're going to have to.
What's your latest?
There's not going to be enrichment.